Aloha and welcome to my backyard vertical garden. It's the middle of July and everything is doing great. Daytime temperatures have been in the mid-80s with a nice breeze and everything is loving it. Here you can see the tomatoes in the buckets have gone up about 4 foot on the trellis. And the grow buckets are great, one bucket inside the other. The bottom one catches the extra water that flows through because the top bucket's got a couple of holes to help for drainage. I'd like to be seeing more fruit set. I do have a few fruits that are coming in. Like most of my garden, this spot's a little challenging as it only gets a few hours of afternoon sun. The peppers, as usual, are doing great. In fact, they're producing so many I can't eat them all. 3 different types of peppers here. You've got the long Thai chili. Here's the Hawaiian Nioi chili pepper. And then you've also got the small Thai chili. Avocado squash has grown quite a bit. In fact, the plant's near the end of its cycle, putting out a couple of side vines, so I'm leaving it going as it is still producing a few more fruit. But replanting time is coming with this bed. You can see there's a couple of the avocado squash. They'll harvest those in a couple days. Just like a zucchini, but grows on a vine. And quite well. That's about a 10-foot trellis. So here's one of my cherry tomatoes. I'm getting my cherry tomato arch going a little bit late this year. The one on the left's had a little bit of a hard time getting established. And then you can see I've got some more tomato starts that I've jammed into the bed there, along with the cherry tomato that's center screen. And then in the background you can see all the cucumbers, and those are also up a 10-foot trellis. Got a couple last cucumbers maturing on those vines, and then it's time to replant those as well. So here in the middle you can see that one of the cherry tomatoes has gone big in the bed. Again, they've got 10-foot trellises to grow up. And then on the left you can see all of the new cherry tomatoes that I've established from cuttings. As you can see, I'm getting some fruits. We've been picking heavily. These are quite delicious. They do well in Hawaii even though we have a lot of bugs. These guys are able to grow quickly, and so I don't get any pest problems with the cherry tomatoes. Then here again are all these starts. These are cuttings that I've taken off of other cherry tomato plants and just jammed into the ground. And within 2 weeks they've established and are starting to set flowers. So this will be nice to have another cherry tomato wall. This is the Sweet 100 variety. And as you can see, everything's growing great. Summertime in the garden. Gotta love it. So over here are the Better Boy tomatoes. And they're growing about 4 foot tall now, starting to get some fruit set. They are a little bit crowded in their area, but it's great to be able to utilize every space. Same kind of a trellis design. I'm using the 1/2-inch metal conduit for electrical conduit, and that goes over a piece of rebar. And then you've got the wire panels that are zip tied on. Great support. I've also got a little bit of twine to help hold them in. And I just tied that onto the metal trellis, and you can see we're starting to get some flowers. And look forward to getting some tomatoes off of this group. It's a great way to use that just a little space between the deck there, and of course going vertical helps you to take advantage of all those different places. There's a couple little tomatoes hiding down here. Again, this is the Better Boy variety. Coming up on the deck, you can see the bucket brigades. And of course they're doing wonderfully up here as they get probably some of the better sunlight just right out there on that edge. In the wintertime I pull them back against the house because that's where the sun is. See you next time. Aloha.